Hamjamboni wananchi wenzangu. Hamjamboni tena. Kama Zain amevyosema, tunaenda vita. Na silaha ya hiyo vita ni kura. Ninyi kama ni watu wanatarajia viti, kama watu ambao wako kwako hawajajisajili kupiga kura, wewe ni kama captain, lakini askari wako hawana silaha. So you cannot go to battle with the soldiers when they are not armed. We must arm all our troops. Yeah? I am going to speak about where we have come from, where we are going, and the dangers we are facing, and the work which is ahead of us as regards our livelihoods, which is our economy. 4 years ago, the Jubilee administration mesmerized Kenyans. Jubilee mesmerized Kenyans with fantastic images, mapicha, picha ya trains, picha ya space age airports, picha ya stadium, picha ya irrigation, lakini hizi picha zote, they were a pretext for borrowing and stealing. Tulionyeshwa hizi picha ili turuhusu Jubilee ifanye mikopo, na hiyo mikopo baadaye iibiwe. Tumekopa pesa kiasi maradufu ya ile mikopo ambayo tulikopa kabla Jubilee kuingia. We have borrowed 4 billion shillings to build a railway from Mombasa to Nairobi, 500 kilometers. Morocco, for the same amount of money, has built Africa's first bullet train, double line, electrified, 320 kilometers per hour. For the same amount of money, Morocco has gotten itself its Africa's first, ours 120 kilometers per hour diesel train. We could have gotten the same service as we are going to get from this new railway by upgrading the existing one for a quarter of the money. That is on record. Because we are not getting anything particularly new. Jubilee walitueleza kuwa wanajenga reli mpya ili so that we can decongest barabara. So that the road from Mombasa to Malaba, we remove the trucks from the road. Juzi wametuambia we are going to be exporting Ale oil from Turkana. Na hiyo crude oil, it will be transported from Turkana to Mombasa by road. Enda uangalie. So, we have 2 railways where we are going to put oil on the road. Why? I'll tell you. Because oil, the road puts money in private people's pockets. If we travel by train, it will put money in the public pocket. This is how we killed Kenya Railways. We killed Kenya Railways by denying Kenya Railways public cargo so that public cargo can be carried with private trucks and put money in people's pockets. So what we are doing now is we are killing the SGR railway even before we have commissioned it. Because people who have trucks will bribe, they are powerful people, the trucks will remain on the road as we are seeing with the oil, and the railways, the trains will be going empty as usual. Tumekopa pesa kiasi bilioni 250. Inaitwa Eurobond. Hii pesa isipokuwa ni kiasi kidogo imelipa loan 200 billion shillings, $2.2 billion. Tumeambiwa imewekwa kwa bajeti na ikajenga miradi kadha wa kadha ya maendeleo. hiyo miradi hakuna mtu ambao ameiona, hata mradi moja. Juzi tumemuona rais anatembea pahali popote, anatafuta mradi mpya ya Jubilee kulaunch. Anaenda akitafuta hivi apate kitu anaweza kulaunch. Kama Jubilee ingekuwa imetumia bilioni 2 ya dola, 200 billion shillings kujenga miradi mpya, rais hangekuwa anatafuta miradi ya kulaunch. Hata na launch ingine mara 2 3, hata na launch footbridge. Hiyo pesa haikutumiwa kwa miradi ya maendeleo. Sasa hiyo pesa imeenda wapi? Hiyo pesa tunajua imeibiwa. Ibine imebebwa kwa magunia kama tumwamini Kabura. Ingine imenunuliwa container zikawekwa Mombasa, ziko bado huko, they are rotting at the port somewhere. Ingine imetolewa kwa maharambee kila mahali, so as to bribe people kwa makanisa, ili tuache kuuliza maswali, so that we can sear the conscience of the nation. And we all tumepakwa hiyo matope. Tunapakwa matope ya pesa ya wizi, so that we can all be the same and nobody can actually point fingers at Jubilee. That is what has happened to that money. Now, wananchi wenzangu, nataka kuongea na viongozi hapa kwa sababu wengine wanyu ni watoto. Or rather, you are young. Hapa tumekuwa tena. In 1992, tukaleta multi-party, viongozi wengine hapa wakapigania, tukarudisha demokrasia. Serikali ya Moi ikaona itatoka, ikaanza mipango ya kuiba, wakaiba kama vile Jubilee wanafanya, wakarudisha uchumi ukadhoofika kabisa. Shida ni hii, sisi kama viongozi wa upinzani tukasambaratika. Badala ya kuungana tutoe Moi, tukasambaratika, tukashindwa. Moi akarudi na 34% ya kura, 34%. We had 65%, but we lost because we were divided. 1997 ikakuja, tukajua kama Moi akirudi, hatujui tutaelekea wapi, hatujui kama atapindua katiba apate 3rd term na 4th term. Pia tukasambaratika tena. We did not unite. So for 10 years, refusing to unite, Moi ran down the country. By 2002, the economy was on the ground. Ilikuwa chini kabisa. We started from scratch. Na viongozi wengine wako hapa, tukaanza from scratch. Tunaweza kumweleza vile tufanya kazi ngumu. Sasa tuko pale. We are looking at Jubilee driving our economy to the ground. And the question is, are we going to learn the lessons from the past and throw Jubilee out so that we can salvage our economy and our country? Or are we going to let our personal ambitions thwart the aspirations of Kenyans and have another 5 years of Jubilee, where Jubilee... Now, so I want to challenge you, you aspirants. How are we going to benefit if you compete against each other, you split your votes, you let a Jubilee candidate through, then we end up with a Jubilee having a majority in parliament, pengine even 2/3 majority, wapindue katiba, and they return the reign of terror ile tuliona December. Yeah? If Jubilee can do what they did in December in Parliament, bringing policemen, fighting, what they're going to do if we allow them to have a supermajority in Parliament. Mwende, mjadiliane, muangalie, how will we all benefit? Because I must be on the ballot, so all of us are on the ballot, lose, and what happens for the next 5 years? Now, our party leaders, I want to thank you because you have done a good job. For the last 4 years, you have kept hope alive. Jubilee wanted to finish the opposition, but the opposition has refused to die. Thank you very much for keeping hope alive. If we survive this test, history will be written that you stood firm for democracy and justice and prevented this regime from taking us back. But I'm going to pose the same question as I've posed the aspirants. What do we gain if we all say we have to be on the ballot and we lose? I can tell you what will happen. If we all lose, many of you, including my almost age mate, Mr. Musalia, we are not young anymore. If we all lose and Jubilee restores the reign of terror that it wants to restore, we cannot be sure that we'll be here in 2022. The stakes, this is the highest stake election in our history. But I know for a fact, because I know all of you, I know that you love your country. And I know that you love the people of Kenya, and you care for the youth of Kenya, and you care for the future. I know that because you have shown that in the past. I know that, we know that because you have demonstrated it over the last 4 years. If you didn't want to do that, all of us could have joined Jubilee. We would all be entrepreneurs. There are other countries which have done that, and they are now finished. So, we are here, all of us here. We are here because we believe that you, our leaders, will rise to the occasion. We believe that you will. What happens, where our country goes from now, depends on what all of us do between now and August the 8th. Let us all search our conscience and ask ourselves, what do I gain if we all lose? Thank you very much, and God bless you, and God bless Kenya.